LeRoy Butler's raw talent had the top Division I football coaches clamoring for his services. LeRoy would eventually choose to play for the late and legendary Bobby Bowden at Florida State. However, before he left Lee High School, he still had work to do academically his senior year. Meet the teacher who helped LeRoy, and she explains how she helped him back then, but he's helping her now.
So this was the fall of his senior year.
Turning through the pages of the 1986 Lee High School yearbook, now retired teacher DeAnne Gordon takes me down memory lane, sharing stories of her famous and former student, LeRoy Butler.
He got in trouble. Oh, wow. He's like, I just always smile.
Gordon was introduced to LeRoy his senior year. LeRoy, a standout football player for the Generals, was struggling with Algebra 1, and his coaches asked her to tutor him.
When I would tutor someone, I would always try to get to know them a little bit so you could have that relationship so they would trust me.
Was he focused? Did he want to do it?
Yes, he was fine. He knew he had to do it. He knew the coaches would not let him out on that football field till he finished his tutoring session. And he was determined and driven. You know, he was goal-oriented, and he knew he had to do this to get in college.
An NCAA rule called Proposition 48 required high school seniors to pass the SAT. Ms. Gordon says LeRoy tried, but his math skills were low and he did not make it. So he became what the NCAA called a Proposition 48 player. So once he graduated high school, LeRoy had to sit out his first year at Florida State.
But that turned out to be good because he was able to study and focus on that and bring his grades up and his skills up, which helped him later, you know, through the rest of the college year to graduate.
Why do you think of all the educators that he met during his career, he thinks so highly of you?
That's a good question. I think from what he has told me is that I just treated everybody, tried to treat everybody fairly, like the same. And I just feel like God orchestrated that, really. He put us together because LeRoy needed me at that time, and it's like I needed LeRoy right now. Since, you know, I lost my parents last year, and I was kind of down, and then I got a call from LeRoy.
Wow.
And he was going to share this with me, which is very humbling.
That he had been elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Yes.
That was the news he was calling to tell
Right.
you? He had no clue your parents had passed?
No, he didn't know.
Did you know the struggles that he was facing at home?
I don't think I did. You would have never known it. I mean, because I met him when he was 17, so, you know, and he was running on the football field. I never knew that. And then the fact that he came from Logic Homes, like, can't get any poorer than that, you know, so that was rough.
What are you most proud of? Of all of his accomplishments, what are you most proud of?
Well, I was definitely proud when he went to FSU, and you know, then he came under the coaching of Bobby Bowden, and then his NFL career, and then he created the Lambeau Leap. I mean, I thought that was so hysterical, and now all these years later, they're picking him up for the Hall of Fame. I don't know how long men usually have to wait for that, but he's waited a lot of time. So, and I say I'm a football fan, but I don't really know all the ins and outs of it. But my brother, who does, tells me the Hall of Fame is a big deal.
It is. It's the highest honor you can receive as an NFL football player.
That's impressive.
Ms. Gordon told me that she plans to watch the enshrinement ceremony, but she's not sure where she's going to watch it at right now. Now, coming up tomorrow night, all new at 5:30, Andrew Badillo one-on-one with LeRoy Butler. That's tomorrow night, all new at 5:30. Meanwhile, check out our show, Duval legend LeRoy Butler, on First Coast News, Fire TV, and Roku right now as we take you on LeRoy's journey from Jacksonville to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Duval legend LeRoy Butler is on right now on the First Coast News, Fire TV app, and Roku.